Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that.
What's happening, everybody? It's Jesse Lander here, and on this video we're back in the office. Now, of course, my voice might be sounding a bit different. That's because I have a sore throat. Yeah, so. But this time, on the last video, we played Roblox. But on this video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different here today. It's going to be a little bit different. This is just going to be a quick test video I'm going to be doing here. And I'll explain it. And I'm going to do my best to explain as best as I can. So I have one of those APC units down there. It's one of those battery backups. I know it's hard to see because I don't have a flashlight. And what I'm gonna do is simulate, like, you know, kind of like a power outage, if you will. So that way, I want to know what it's like whenever it's running on battery backup of all this mess. Because you got 3 routers, a printer, and a RCA power strip that's running with the rest of the stuff hooked up to it. Printer's not on, so. And so I'm going to go, in just a moment here, I'll go throw the breaker that's running to this room. And we'll see if we see a difference. So this is what it looks like now. And this is what the computer sounds like right now. Maybe I can put the mic close to it so y'all can hear it in the monitor. Now the lights, of course, might get dim and whatnot whenever I mean, I could reach back there to unplug the thing, but it's not worth it because it's gonna be a hard time unplugging that. So, and also, not to mention, I have this, before I go throw the breaker for it, let's open this real quick. I got the Power Chooch program. That's because I got the Power Chooch hooked up to my computer. And then it tells you all kinds of things. Now, for whatever reason, it says a battery backup was inverted on February 6th. And I don't remember the power. I mean, I think that's when I was up there, staying up late, because my days and nights are mixed up. And I don't remember the power going out, like. So it only switched for one time, 4 seconds. So I think we might have just had like a mini power glimpse during a bad weather, let's say. And it just tells you it's 100% charged. Now, before, I actually had trouble installing this. I had trouble installing this program, if you will. So there was a battery icon that was sitting right next to the network icon, but now it's not there. Finally, I was able to get this program installed. I was trying to download it from their website, but I think their website was having problems. The only thing that does not work when I hit check for updates, even though it says, yeah, so something's broken with that, even though it's connected to the internet. Not sure what's up with that. And of course, there's some runtime usage. There's some configuration where you got notification. I have the alarm turned off, so where you don't have to keep hearing that annoying beeps. Default setting, I think, was right here, but I can't remember. What was the default setting on here? Okay, yeah, it was. It was the disable the backup alarms when PC's in hibernation. But I'm going to just leave that. I left it to disable at all times, so that way we won't hear it whenever we have a power outage. You got the sensitivity to where sensitivity setting controls under what circumstances your battery backup will go on the battery due to electrical noise. Although the low setting is safe for most computer equipment, some may malfunction at the setting. I'll just leave that alone. There is a high, medium, and low. I'll just leave that alone. You can just read the difference. Pause and read it. Yeah, you don't want to mess with that, definitely. And then of course you got a voltage setting where I just leave all that alone. It's just if it reaches too much volts or not enough volts, it'll switch to battery. But I'll just show you all the settings here. Its default is 139, and that's the one that goes below. So I'll just leave that alone. And you got, of course, your your help and support. And there's your... Alright, so I'll just exit that for now. Oh, there's a file I need to delete. It was actually a video I accidentally recorded, yeah, on the previous video. Because for some reason on Bandicam I was having a delay stop on the recording for whatever reason when my mom interrupted me yesterday. Alright, so without further ado, let's go throw the breaker out, turn off the breaker for this room, and let's see if we hear it. Again, I'll just show you one more time of what it looks like right now. And you can compare it. Now, of course, I'm gonna bring a flashlight in here because I know this light's gonna go out too. And here's what the computer sounds like. Listen closely. And I'll go through the breaker. And there's Malibu again. Grab a flashlight here. Of course. Alright. So we'll come up in here. Breaker panels. I mean, there is a light in this pantry, yes. But let's see. Now, of course, I did some relabeling here. This flashlight's acting up. I apologize. It's probably the batteries are loose again. It's on breaker 11, but it says not only it's with the office, it's with my mom's bedroom as well. So we'll just throw that. And we will head back. I'll leave the pantry light on. And so far, it's working good. I hear the APC unit. I don't know if y'all can hear that kind, but the alarm is turned off like I explained. So that way we won't be hearing the... Oh, you see the light go out there and back on. The alarm is turned off because... So there's not much of a difference so far. But it'll probably drain the battery like crazy. Let's see what... Let's open up the... Oh, you see... Oh, I missed it there. Y'all missed it. Oops. You see where that battery icon's... 8 minutes remaining. Oh, until time shut down. Hello. I'm so stupid. So it says... Power sources on battery. Good grief, look at how much that drained. You see that? Look at that. I wouldn't blame it, probably because you got so much on here. Can you refresh it? I guess you can. You see how much that drains so quick? It's discharging black out on, yeah, because I just threw a... That's crazy. It drains the battery like really quick. But I better go turn it back on before. And we'll still shows 78. I don't think there's not much of a sound difference. I'm not sure. I'll put it. I'm not sure if there's much of a sound difference or not. Maybe the lights might have got a bit dimmer. I'm not exactly too sure. But at least it keeps all the stuff going whenever... Now, we don't know exactly if we have a for real power outage. We're not sure exactly if the cable... If the power goes out, we're not sure if the cable's going to go out. So we don't know that. Because we never had an actual power outage yet. It has not... Oh, there it goes. It just changed. It's at 77. So I think it drains most of it whenever it lost power. Like, It went from 100. Maybe it was an overcharging. Who knows? But it takes a while for it. It takes a while to charge too. Like the say the IDE drive shut off, but because it's from whenever that drive idles too long, it just shuts off. 76 now, so it is draining. I'll come back and check on that in a moment. Let's go. So all this is out in here. The hallway bathroom doesn't count, but, and of course, does the light work? Okay, so the light's on a separate breaker here, but it's just the outlets, as you see, because the cordless phone's out. So the light in here's on the different breaker for whatever reason. As well as the closet lights for some for some strange reason, because, well, we got an outlet you see there, so that's on a separate breaker. The light's on a separate breaker. What about the bathroom? Is it on a separate breaker? Yes, it is. Or I'm sorry, no, it's not. Yeah, nothing. So that's on the same breaker with the office and stuff. So basically, in my mom's room or the master bedroom, the outlets and the bathroom are with the office, and the lights in the closet are on separate breakers for who knows why. And there's Malibu wondering what's going on. All right, so that and the bedroom closet, they're on separate breakers. And it's like I said, bathroom, of course, it's on a different breaker. It's actually with the hallway. It's actually in the breaker with the hallway lights. Alright, that's at 66%. Time till shutdown, 6 minutes. I think I'm going to go ahead and turn the breaker back on now. I'll let y'all hear one more time what it sounds like. I don't think there's not much of a sound difference than what there was before. Because like I said, I had trouble getting this Power Chooch program installed because their website was acting. Oh, see, it went from 66 to 61. Look at that. It drains like crazy. Well, it makes sense. Because it probably wouldn't drain as much whenever this is on. And plus you got the routers and stuff on too. 60%. But you don't hear the alarm coming from the APC unit because, like I said, it's turned off. So that's a good thing, because last year or so I had to keep on listening to it. Well, I could have turned it off, but it wouldn't even let me install the program. 55. All right, I better go plug this thing up. Let's go turn the breaker back on because that battery's gonna be dead by the time. Watch out, Malibu. Well, if she would get out my way. Let's turn the breaker back on quickly before it goes dead. It's on breaker 11 there. Alright, so that's back on. And we can just close that. And now we got power back in the room now. I really hate when I have a sore throat. And now it's back on AC utility power. See, it drained to 54. But blackout, let's see. So this is how long it's been out for. It's 6 minutes 31 seconds. So basically we had the breaker off, or basically it's been running on battery for 6 minutes and 31 seconds. So I don't think there's not much of a sound change like there used to be until I installed this program. Or unless it was already like that. So it's like I said, that's pretty good. If y'all looking to get an APC unit, let me grab the flashlight's right here. What model is this one again? I forgot. Oh, it's a 650. Okay. APC backup 650. I'll put a link in the description. Maybe y'all can order y'all one from Amazon if y'all want. It's really good. I had it for a couple years. I got it for Christmas of 2018, I believe. So I had it for 2 years now. Or was it Christmas of 2017? I can't remember exactly anymore. Like, I don't remember if it was Christmas of 2017 or 18. Somewhere in between there. It's a really nice product. It keeps your electronics and stuff going whenever. This is great, especially when you have a desktop computer, if you say. But, again, we don't know exactly if the routers are going to be working if we have an actual power outage, because don't know exactly if the cable box, that's the breaker box, is going to go as well. So, we don't know if the internet and stuff's going to work if we have a power outage. It might. So, again, so this router on the left, the Aris one, this was for internet and phone, but now it's for phone use only, because we have LAN, or voice over IP as it's called nowadays. And here is Hitron, or some call it voice over IP, some call it landline. It's basically the same thing, I believe. We were using a wireless on here because it had 2.4 and 5G, but I turned that off since we got this now. And I tell you what, this thing's been working a whole lot better. Sorry if I keep clearing my throat's sore. If y'all ever get a router from your cable company, let me let y'all know, it's not, the wireless on here ain't gonna do worth a crap, so you might as well get one of these, like Netgear routers. Yeah, I've seen on Amazon where they make Netgear routers where you can hook the cable line like that in there, and I guess you have to get your cable. I guess you have to have your cable company activated or something. I'm not sure exactly. So I've seen where they make it like that, but this is different. This is just running off of Ethernet and stuff. So let me see what model this is. What model is this? It's that's the old. It's there you go. RR6400V2. Now, of course, that's the network name and stuff. Of course, that's what it comes as default. And the password's, for whatever reason, Rocky Potato. I don't know why, but this does a whole lot faster. And I could have swore that light always used to be white, but for whatever reason it's orange. I think it's been like that. Yeah, so we could close this out now that we're done simulating the power outage. It drains like crazy too, depending on it actually well. Yeah, y'all missed that pop-up because I had focus assist turned on priority only, so y'all missed that pop-up. It pops up warning you that it's, so I can just clear that. I should have had leave the focus assist on so stuff won't be popping up while I'm recording. And yeah, so it's back on regular power. I'll just leave that on. I'll show y'all real quick. And then I'm going to close her door. So that the stuff is working again. Oh wow, it actually got the time and date settings back. Normally, that's crazy, because normally what it used to do is the time and date settings would not restore back until the next phone call comes in, but somehow it managed to come back. So I guess and let's see, I think I remember, let's see, it's 2:39 right now. Okay, yeah, so it's kind of like a minute off. Or now it's 2:40. So it's a little over 2 minutes slow for whatever reason. Is the date right? Yeah, the date right. The date is right. So it's about a little over almost 2 minutes slow. For whatever reason, I'm not sure why that is. What about the cordless one in here? Same thing, okay. And I know there was one problem. It was having the phone that's in the office here. So I actually got put a new battery in it. Let's see. Yeah, you see the clock on here. The clock is way too slow, and the date's somehow is a minute behind, or I'm sorry, a day behind. So as you see there, and this is actually, I put a new battery in here because the battery in here was no good. And whenever a call comes in, for some reason it's acting like it's charging. So I don't know if it's because it's sitting on the charger too long, or maybe something's not getting enough. Maybe it's not getting enough voltage while cleaning. I might need to clean the contacts on it, around the the adapter or whatever. But whenever that's just sitting there and the phone starts ringing, that goes 1 2 3 1 2 3 thing where it's charging. Probably because it's just sitting here unused. I just have it in here for backup purposes. And there's another phone I want to show y'all. It's in the, let's see, it's in here. This is a corded phone. Might be hard, it might be difficult to see it, but yeah, let me go. I would turn that light on, but I know one of the smart bulbs is acting up. In fact, you know what? Let's turn it on and let's see if it's still doing that flicker thing. Let's see if it still does it. Maybe. Yes, no, maybe so. Okay, it must have settled down for now. Because it was doing that flicker thing the past couple days. It's this bulb right there. And that's the one that survived out of the 4-pack that I had. And 2 out of the 4 in the 4-pack went dead. So they sent me a 2-pack. Because we told them that 2 out of the 4. So I guess that's not flickering anymore. Because that's the light, the one that's facing the fireplace. Still survived, unlike the other 2. So it's, let's see. Yeah, it's the same time as the, even though the time is not accurate. The caller ID, of course, goes up to 70 calls. We'll just clear that because it's nothing but scams and stuff. No. We get a bunch of scam calls and stuff down here. It's no joke. I remember back when my Momo was still around, she would always get aggravated whenever she would, especially when she was sleeping and they woke her up, and she was like, I can't talk to you right now, and then she hung up. Yeah, it's definitely not a good. Yeah, so we still got scams and stuff going on nowadays. Of course, you know the saying, if you don't recognize the number, don't answer it, and they'll leave you a message or voicemail. We actually used to have voicemail on our house phones right when my Momo first got, she went from AT&T phone to Cable One, or Sparklight is what it's called nowadays, phone. And she had free voicemail and caller ID. Now, we got rid of, we got rid of the voicemail because she already had an answer machine here, which, you know, you didn't necessarily need 2 in 1. You didn't need both of that because we had an answer machine. So the voicemails was here, but now it's gone because we have an answer machine. And basically it's running to this. The dogs are barking. I don't know why. It's probably my sister's butt monkey friends, as I call her, because they're rowdy and whatnot. That's probably what it was. Yeah. And this is just the spare Ethernet cable. I'm going to do Terra paperwork because my mom works with that kind. Y'all need to go check out their essential oils. Y'all can go to doTERRA. I think it's doTERRA.com or something like that. And my mom buys essential oils from them. And she can hook y'all up with some free samples and stuff. But if y'all want to buy oils, then you have to enroll and whatnot. So, who knows? Maybe she can hook y'all up with some samples of doTERRA oils. There's the hard drive shutting off. This hard drive actually came from a computer that was broke down. That was from the HP S5 1414 computer. It broke down on me when I first got it from my aunt. And it was working, but somehow the video went dead and it was just doing post beeps and whatnot 6 times. I think it might have been because that CMOS battery in there was dead the whole time. Because what I figured, I kept the battery out when I got rid of the computer. I kept the battery out of it, and when I went to put it in this spare garage door opener, it wouldn't work. So maybe that was the problem, but it don't matter now. I got rid of the computer. That was probably a good computer too. There's Malibu again. So yeah, the CD drive and stuff I got rid of. The memory chip I kept because it was a 4 gig chip, and this computer takes up to 4 memory chips of RAM chips, and it was originally an 8 gig, but now it's a 10 gig because I took one of the 2 gigs out and put it in my dresser drawer for spare, just in case if one of these memory chips goes bad, which I don't think it will anytime soon. So it takes up to 4. Actually, I think the hard drive power cable's been acting up too, because one time I was trying to put it back together and the hard drive didn't want to start. I think that power cable might be acting up for it too. And sometimes, like, let's say if I first plug it in and it does this thing where the fan revs up to do like a system check or whatever. And if I turn it on too soon after it shuts back off, then the hard drive it slowly boots up. So, yeah. Lakers 24 because in honor of Kobe Bryant. So, that's pretty much it, y'all. That was just another... Let's check one more time to see how much the battery charged. It's probably not even going to be close. If I'm current status. Yeah, it's not even close. Whoa, wait a minute. Why did that drop to 55? Yeah, so it takes forever to recharge, like no joke. I can't drive 55. Yeah, that song. Yeah, it was at 56, I believe, or maybe, well, no, it was at 54 earlier. But look how it's been like at least 5 or 10 minutes later. Yeah, so this thing will take, even though it lost power, this thing right here will take forever to recharge. So I'm kind of not happy about that, but I mean, it is what it is. It's showing 123 volts for whatever reason. It's charging. And again, as long as you have that, as long as I got this turned off, then we won't have to listen to it beep whenever, because that was the default setting right there. And none of this I couldn't change because, again, it wouldn't even let me, also it says battery backup charging, it wouldn't even let me install the program. Like, whenever I tried to install it, the website would just keep loading and loading and loading, so it was... Quick scan do. I don't know why it keeps on saying this. It keeps saying last scan not available when I scanned it the other day. That makes it's not making any sense. I'm kind of getting aggravated with that. And I really would hate to roll this back to Windows 7, because if I do, then I can't get the latest updates because they ended support. In fact, I got a laptop sitting in the living room. Well, I don't have the charger. My older sister took it because her charger broke, and there's no need. It's not worth trying to get it back from her. So I got a laptop sitting in there. Windows 10 will not work on it. I mean, I get this. Now, I know this is going to sound kind of fishy, but I used the same product key from my mom's laptop and it activated on this. It activated on the HP S5-1414, which I no longer have, but it wouldn't activate on the HP TouchSmart TM2. Now, why? I don't know. Maybe it's because it's not the original hard drive. In fact, there it is. Here's the original hard drive that I possibly might have fixed. Oh, but the craziest thing is, for whatever reason, somebody was working the mess out of it, because there were two local disk partitions on here, and I don't know why. Somebody was working the mess out of this. It's a Western Digital WT5000 BEKT. So that was the original hard drive. Somebody was working the mess out of that. And this one right here is a WD10ECEX. It's one of those blue. I think they had some kind of WD cable blue or black, something like that. They had a blue and a black one. What? What? Her's out of food? You were getting me sidetracked. So that's done scanning. That was really quick. Lasted 52 seconds. Whoop-de-doo. Okay. I got some games on here, of course. Bejeweled 2. I grew up playing as my grandmother or nanny would always play the mess out of that. And, of course, got some others like Suma Deluxe, Luxor 2. Luxor 2 I actually had to reorder because the disc I got from my nanny, he's got misplaced at home, at the childhood house, rather. Bookworm Deluxe, I had to run that in compatibility mode. That's a game I got from my stepmom's. That has to be, I had to run that, like, here, let me show you. I've got a properties. Oh, maybe not. Okay, maybe it's not. Okay, so it's not in compatibility mode. The only thing I had to put in compatibility mode was it wouldn't install right. That's why I had to run it in compatibility mode, because it wouldn't install. So the game itself's not in the compatibility mode. It was only in compatibility mode just to install. Because it goes up to Windows XP, I believe, but it works on Windows 10. In fact, I thought about making, well, there's just some preschool games. Well, this is a video I thought about making, but I just never thought about it. I'm gonna see. I might do a video on how to make old PC games to work on Windows 10. This is so you got some of this. This is some games me and my sister grew up playing. We actually got this from my dad's trailer, if I remember. This is you got Dora the Explorer, Thomas the Tank Engine. That was my favorite. Little Bear, Rainy Day, and Tonka Town was my favorite too. And my sister would always love Dora the Explorer. So I might make a video of that. Maybe on the next video or so we can. Now normally I normally wouldn't make these kind of games, but if I do ever make a Let's Play of these games, it would be for educational purposes only. Yeah. And of course it's starting in the next video clip, but that's okay. I can edit it all in one. So I might do that on the next video clip here, or not the clip, but you know what I mean. So I'll see y'all. I'm gonna end off this video now. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure y'all hit like. Make sure y'all hit subscribe. Comment down below what you think, and make sure y'all have the bell tap, so that way y'all will know whenever every video is posted. And we will see you on the next video.